Here's an example of an application problem for systems of equations. And this might help you some with your project because it has to talk about selling tickets and the cost of them. So let's go ahead and read the problem. It says you are selling tickets for a high school basketball game. Student tickets cost $3. General admission tickets cost $5. You sell 350 tickets and collect $1,450. How many of each type of ticket did you sell? So the first thing we need to do is to define our variables. So we're gonna look at S being student tickets. So S is going to be our student tickets. And G is going to be general admission. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write two equations. And one is going to have all the money in one equation and then how many tickets you sell in another. So S plus G is going to equal 350 because this is telling me how many tickets, how many student tickets, and how many general admission tickets I sold. Then I'm going to write another equation based off of the cost. So the student tickets cost $3. So 3 times S plus 5 times G is going to equal $1,450. So here we have two different equations. Be careful with what variables you pick. I picked S for student, but sometimes S's can look like 5, so you just have to be really careful when you're solving this. So I'm going to go ahead and solve these two equations. I'm going to set them up, and I usually like to solve them with elimination. But you can choose whichever way you want to, any of the ways previously we have learned. So I've got S plus G is equal to 350, and then 3S plus 5G is equal to 1,450. So I'm going to multiply the first equation. I'm going to eliminate my S's, so the student tickets. So that means I need to multiply the top equation by -3. So I have -3S minus 3G is equal to, now let's multiply -3 times 350, gives me -1,050. Now I'm going to combine these two equations, and the S's get eliminated, and then I'm left with 2G equals 1,450 minus 1,050, and that gives me 400. Then I'm going to divide both by 2, and it tells me that I would have 400 divided by 2 gives me 200 general admission tickets. Okay, and I can plug it back into the original S plus G. So S plus 200 now is going to equal 350. So subtract the 200, and S is equal to 150. So there were 200 general admission tickets sold, and there were 150 student tickets sold. There is an example of an application problem dealing with systems of equations.